linear. As are you guys. I know you like the long epic ones, and this was certainly one of those. As it is, Sod's Law, Murphy's Law, whatever you want to call it, it was the last patient of the day. And it took a good old while. Obviously these videos are edited at the highlights, so to speak. But yeah, it took a while. Now, as you can see, we've already pulled one bit out there, but it's this kind of wax that, whilst it's not really mushy or sludgy or floppy or anything like that, it is a bit more held together, but it still quite commonly breaks away. Sometimes you'd rather it was either really, really runny, so it just slurped up, or really hard, so it all came out in one go, but this was kind of somewhere in between. Because every time you grab it, you give it a wiggle, hope it all comes out together, but invariably it doesn't. And they had it all going against him, this poor fella. As you can see, it's really dark. It's been in there a very long time, I suspect. And had a very, very hairy ear canal as well, which a lot of us do. I'm certainly one of them. What nature has in store for us, that they think that middle-aged men need more hair everywhere, in the nose, in the ears, in the butt crack. Who knows what they've got in store for us, but they think we need more when we get older. But for some reason, him upstairs has decided that we need all this hair when we get to middle age. But yeah, there's a lot of it that's actually ended up in there as well. It's quite matted. It just adds to the difficulty of getting this out, to be honest. So we're making some headway. I think a decent chunk is about to come out now. But yeah, this one is called the Never Ending Earwax. You'll see why. I mean, you might see why already, to be honest. But you'll see why as we go on. And it does happen sometimes. Look at this little juicy thing coming out. Look at all that matted hair in it there. Like I said, it's broke away, and stuff that was further back, it's brought that further forward. I've been hiding, have a look at me, don't leave me behind, and we never do. But yeah, again, it just breaks away, just snaps away there. Yeah, never ending earwax. It does end, obviously. I suspect it went all the way back to quite close to the eardrum. And every time you pull some forward, take some out, you think, that's got to be it now. Thank goodness for that. And then with that, it pulls something else forward, and you think, where's that just come from? It's like sprouting like a Christmas tree. When you take it out of the box, it just goes bang like that. And you think, well, where have you been hiding? But yeah, it just kept coming. It just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. And bless the chap, he was incredibly patient. He had to put up with a lot for us to get all this out. And for the most part, I enjoyed it. The simple, straightforward ones, my days were very dull if they were all straightforward. Don't mind too many challenging ones every now and then. Not all the time, don't get me wrong. Especially the last thing on a Friday. But the odd little one kind of keeps it interesting. There had been a fair amount of oil prior to removing this as well. And just before we started, we did add a bit of oil in for good measure as well. A little bit of olive oil helps to bind it all together. So yeah, just slurped up the last little bit in there, and you can see the eardrum in the distance. So finally finished that one. There it is, looking sparkly and clean. A couple of little bits here and there. Not worth taking those out, it really isn't. You're going to get any benefit from it? Probably not. So yeah, so here's the second one on the left. Now, it probably gave me a bit more of a challenge. I think it was even fuller, and it's quite narrow, the entrance, and it was another one of those ear labours, I suppose. Probably only about a centimetre dilated, but the thing itself is bigger than the hole I'm trying to get it out of. I know you women who've had children will be screaming and shouting at me right now, saying it's nothing like childhood. The principle's the same. It doesn't fit through there. So you either got to break it down into little pieces, or you pull it forward, slowly wriggle it and jiggle it, and you can kind of widen it enough that we can get it out. But got a good grip of this bit already. but it is lodged. It is lodged really deep down in there. And no amount of wiggling, jiggling, up, down, side to side, it's encouraging this one to come out. Hindsight, at this point, maybe should have got some of the manual tools out. But sometimes you just get in the zone, so to speak. You get really focused on what you're doing and you think, okay, making some progress here, nearly there. We can all, I enjoy watching these back because I can learn from my own mistakes and improve my own practice, which you can never know too much. There's certainly a lot of others who do these type of procedures who know a lot more than me. I'm just a regular nurse at the end of the day who knows how to get it out. You want to go somewhere for your lessons or your complicated medical conditions and all that, that's fine, there's loads of places for that. I just want to have a bit of a chill, have a bit of a chat, have a brew while you guys watch this. Hope you've got your brew, maybe you've got some popcorn. Like I said, it is a long one. Now just dragging some in from the side there. And again, if you've watched these before, it's a decent idea to try and peel it away from the canal wall around the edges. Try and get it bunched up into the middle. And then hopefully we can all fetch it out. But more often than not, as you're seeing, a lot of it's just disappearing straight up the tube. You can see it glistening around the edges there, can't you, where I've oiled it. Yeah, it serves a couple of purposes, putting a bit of oil in intermittently. Obviously lubricates the side of the canal wall, makes things slide up it more easily, but it also binds all this wax together. But no amount of oil was going to help me too much with this one, I'm afraid. I'm getting extremely close up there. So what I've done there, I'm trying to get underneath that and try and lift it up. I've tried the side to side, giving a little side to side again there, and you really do have to pull with some force sometimes, you know. You always have to be mindful, obviously, not to pull too hard, because if it lets go, you can suddenly jolt back. But it was putting up a fair old fight. It'd given it a really good hold, this ball, and it did not want to leave. But I'm very stubborn. It's very rare that any escape me. I don't like giving in easily. The kids will say it's because I'm really competitive. And yes, I am one of them competitive dads. Kids need to learn how to lose. Very important life skill. So as you can see, as it's coming out, it's kind of sprouting out. You can see that there's clearly been a little bit of pressure inside the circle. That's why it's quite uncomfortable. As it comes out, it kind of expands again. Like it's been really, really compacted in there. Yeah, somebody pointed out to me the other day, why do you keep swinging from side to side? I don't know, it's involuntary. I'm not aware I'm doing it, but I've just been made aware that I'm doing it now. That I'll try and keep still. So I'm actually sat on the swivel chair that I do the procedure on. It's a force of habit. Almost there. Like I said, the last one, this is the left one, it is still, gave me a bit more of a challenge than the other one, because it was just so tightly packed in there, jam-packed. Doesn't mean it was actually packed with jam. Or jelly, I believe as you call it in the US. You guys have some weird ways of saying things. It's not peanut butter and jelly, it's jam. And this is when something's really full, we call it jam-packed. Or proper clogged up. Or full to the brim. We have lots of sayings. Lots of sayings for things that are full, and your chocolate blocks are good as well. And yeah, it's never ending again. As you can see, the bits are coming out all the time, disappearing up the tube. There's very little actually left to show. With ruler shots at the end and what have you, because the majority of it did actually it's all disappearing up the tube. I think we managed to get one plug that stayed intact. I think it might be this one. And wait till you see the end as well. No expense spared on the editing on this. It was like a Spielberg epic. What I've done above me, I think to the side of me is where it is. Above me will be the plug, probably this one, and to the side of me, I'm not sure if it's that way or that way. You'll see a before and an after, so you'll see 4 ears in one shot. Like I said, no expense spared. Oh, before I forget, if you really enjoy these videos, subscribe on YouTube, follow on TikTok, give us a heart, give us a like, give us a follow. Really enjoy reading all the comments, as some of you regulars will know. Hello, those of you who comment all the time, you know who you are. Thanks for continuing to watch. I'm in suspense, even though I know what's going to happen. It's going to come out. There it is, just saw that last bit of the little lift out there, and look at the sheen up.